Hi, my name is Chris Ryan. You've joined me here at the Belfry and we are out on the beautiful Brabazon golf course. This is the 8th hole, and in this video we're going to help you stop coming over the top in your downswing with hopefully a pretty simple drill. The usual stuff is hopefully in the corner of the screen anytime about now for my social media platforms. You've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, and you have got Facebook. And as I say, the details for those should be down in the corner of the screen anytime about now. So we're talking about the over the top move. So this would be a term which we hear day in, day out at the academy. A lot of golfers come to us and tell us that they believe that they are over the top. And what they really mean is that their golf club is being moved too much out towards the golf ball too soon. The club shaft gets far too steep in the downswing, and those golfers very often find that they have a golf club which travels too much to the left of target as it hits the golf ball, and that's going to result in balls which have too much curve to the right for a right-handed golfer. Some of those golfers will also find they hit pull shots to the left when they start to close the club face or square the club face, and really we want to try and eliminate this. So what do we tend to see from the golfers who come over the top? Now, there are a number of different ways that this happens, but very, very typically what we would see is we would see in the takeaway the golf club head move too much behind the golfer too early. So this would be classed as maybe an inside takeaway. We often find that by the time we get halfway back, the golf club angle is too flat. And what that golf will often do is as they get towards the top, they will try and lift the club head a little bit more up, steepen the club shaft, and as they start down, it continues to steepen. They get the golf club too far out this way, club shaft is far too steep, and then from there they have to try and battle through impact to try and fix that, sort the club path out, and often we don't, as I say, get the shots that we want from there. So we really want to try and improve this. We want to try and work on improving the pattern of movements, and we're going to go through hopefully a pretty simple drill that you can do at home to help this. So down on the floor here, I have got my 6-iron, and I've got a training aid which I've just attached to the club shaft. Now this training aid is basically a weight, and what I've done is I've added the weight to the balance point of the golf club. So this golf club has got a balance point, and all I've done is I've just added a weight to that. So when I take a setup now, I just feel like I've got a much, much heavier golf club. Now, if you haven't got a training aid such as this, you can be a little bit inventive. You can use some masking tape, and you can just attach something to the club shaft which is going to give it a little bit more weight. What I've effectively done here is I've just increased, hopefully, my awareness of the centre of mass of the golf club. So that's not the club head, that's not the over, it's the centre of the golf club's weight, okay? And that's about there, so that's that balance point. So what we would now tend to see from those golfers is they would have the club head too much in. As they get to the top, they would throw it a little bit more over the top, and then they try and work it this way. Having this is going to help us achieve the opposite feels, and I want you to initially try and create some swings which have the completely opposite feel. So that would look a little bit more like this. We're going to have in the takeaway, the weight of that golf club stays more outside my hands. As I start to move up, again, I feel that weight is still outside my hands. And as I get to the top and transition to my downswing, I want to feel that that weight starts to move more what I feel behind my hands. So I'm creating the extreme opposite pattern here. So when I make two golf swings, I feel the weight behind me, and then I feel in transition that that weight is moving more in front of me. This really starts to heighten my awareness. So as I make this golf swing, I can feel where that weight is. It's outside my hands. Club shaft is much steeper, and as I get to the top, I can feel that that weight is now more behind me. Now, we probably can't hit golf shots with this on, but if we start to make a few swings, we start to really feel how that's going to be different to maybe what you've done in the past. And I can start to make some little swings there where they're sort of a little bit more blended together. Okay, and what we're hopefully seeing here is another golf swing which would look technically perfect. We're not suggesting this golf club is on playing, if you like, all the way through the swing, but we're trying to create the opposite feels to what we currently have. So really this little exercise and adding some weight to the golf club really gives me some excellent feels on what I'm going to try and do as we swing. Okay, once I've done a couple of swings of that, I can go back to my golf club which hasn't got the weight, and I can hopefully replicate some of those swings. Now obviously it's going to feel much lighter, but I can start to recognize what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep the club's center of mass more outside my hands, keep it a little bit more above my hands, and then at the top let it fall more behind my hands. And that, for many of you golfers out there who struggle with the slices, will be an extremely different feeling. To do it with a golf club is okay. but when we actually increase the club's centre of mass and add some weight to it, it heightens our awareness, it gives us much better feels, and we can start to appreciate a little bit more about what's happening, okay? So once you've done a few swings, nothing to stop you going ahead and hitting a couple of shots. So let me have a go. Now this is something that I would generally tend to work on because I do tend to get that club head working a little bit too much in too early. So I've only got a 7-iron here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just see if I can keep the club's weight a little bit more outside my hands early on as I go back. Okay, and that certainly felt to me as if the club head is a little bit more out there. So if you feel that you struggle with this over the top move, the club head is probably moving too much inside too early, you then steepen the club shaft as you transition. This is a fantastic drill to help you better understand the opposite feel, where we have a club shaft which is slightly steeper in the backswing, shallowing in transition. That's hopefully going to help you sort your club path out, and turn is going to hopefully give you much more neutral ball flights. So hopefully it helps. Give the drill a go. Let me know in the comments box down below how you found that. Did it help you at all? Is it something you've heard before? Is it something new? It'd be good to get your feedback. There was also a like button down there, so if you did like the video, please click on that. That really does help me. And last thing, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free. Loads more videos on there and more being uploaded weekly. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again next time.